Hello everyone, it's Tani Games here. Welcome back to the channel. I'm back in Infinity Nikki because we had a bunch of news drop and I want to go through it all with you because we find out a bit more information about the 1.5 update, which I'm super excited for. Now I just want to do a little disclaimer. I am going away on my very much belated honeymoon. So there might be a lot of news and information that I sadly don't get to report on. However, as soon as I'm back, I do hope to do some streams and content for the new update whenever that drops, or whatever information I can get. I don't know at what point will be, whether the update will have dropped or not. I think it drops just before I come back. I don't know exactly. But yeah, either way, if you don't hear from me for a while, I apologize, but also still subscribe because there will be more content to come. There will be more content to come, I promise. So let's take a look at this news and information and break it down. Okay, so we have the optimization preview version 1.5. So it says no empty promises. Version 1.5 drops massive optimization plus 10 free pools. So it says, let's boogie, let's dance. The festival carnival party is coming to a close. But here comes the main event. Prepare for a sea of stars, bubbles dancing in the breeze, and a tidal wave of upgrades crashing into version 1.5. No more empty promises, we mean it. This update's the real deal. New version, new upgrades, we're coming in hot. Now, the Sea of Stars thing, for those that know a bit of Nikki history, will probably be very excited about this because it might be a teaser of a future dress that we could potentially be getting. But let's break down all this information. So the first thing it talks about is the camera optimization experience, which is very exciting. So I just thought I'd centralize all this. So Momo's camera is getting a major update. It's going to introduce the vertical mode for PS5 and PC platforms. So for mobile devices, there are a few sort of tweaks and adjustments that they still need to work on, but it will be released once it's fully polished. So for mobile devices, for mobile players, unfortunately you're going to have to wait a little bit longer, but for PS5 and PC platforms we are getting the vertical photo mode. It also says it will allow us to save and share up to 20 custom photo settings. So I think this is fantastic that we're going to be able to do this. Yeah, I'm very excited for this. I know that some people ask a lot in the community, like, oh, how do I get my photos like that? How do I do this? It means these creators who are really good with the camera can kind of like save a photo setting and then we can share it and things like that. It says on top of that, we've addressed feedback about limited composition options due to Nikki's fixed poses. After the 1.5 update, Momo's camera will debut a free movement mode, enabling Nikki to move freely during photo shoots. This small step for Nikki could lead to a giant leap in capturing stunning shots. Get ready to immortalize even more dazzling moments with her. I think that's cool. So they're showcasing this. So it looks like this last symbol on the end. I'm gonna assume that's for like the pre-established like custom settings or something. We've got portrait display on and off, so we can see here this is how it's gonna look when we're in the portrait mode. And there's a little foot symbol down here, so I don't know if we touch that. That allows us to walk around and move kind of thing. We'll have to see when it fully comes in. But it looks good. It looks promising. I'm very excited for the future sort of camera upgrades and things like that. I love taking photos in Infinity Nikki. Especially like when I think about like how this is a dress-up game, a styling game. Being able to then take really good photos of these outfits you style is just like For me, it's so important. It's so important. So I'm very, very excited about this. We then also get a bit of information about how Leila is arriving. So we were teased about Leila arriving previously. So we're going to get camera modification tools which will unlock 8 new photo poses, including drowsy yawning, play the peeper, and graceful floating. So I assume yawning, that's going to be like a yawning sleepy pose. Play the peeper is really exciting. I wonder if that's going to be like the peeper item that you could get if you did the kind of Ling Lang update that we had. And graceful floating, I wonder if that's going to make Nikki kind of like float in the air. That's going to be cool. But it does also say that in the future, Leila will also offer additional poses, filters, and other photography goodies for purchase or exchange. So stay tuned. This is very, very exciting. I think it's going to be fun that we're going to be able to get these options for additional poses and filters and stuff. The camera in Infinity Nikki is already so, so, so good. It is so fantastic. And the fact that they are working and improving and developing it even more, like, it's just absolutely mind-blowing to me. I'm just like, what on earth? It's fantastic news. And then it also says, after snapping your shots, you'll now be able to rotate photos and edit them with stickers and text. Experiment with a variety of stickers to personalize your memories and craft dazzling keepsakes. This is so fun. So we've got an example of a couple of stickers. We've got some like music symbols. We have a Momo sticker with a bling. We've got some of the cute kind of like fluffy little companions here as well. So I think this is really, really fun. I love that they're adding this. I don't see it as something that I would use all too often, the stickers, but it could be fun. It could be fun to play with, and who knows, maybe when we get it, I might fall in love with it. And then we have Embark on an Adventure with Nikki, new storyline unlocked. So we get a new chapter with 1.5. What begins as a light-hearted graduation trip soon spirals into an epic journey. Guided by a mysterious stranger, Nikki witnesses a world in crisis and steps into a rift in time and space, venturing toward the primordial Sea of Stars. There she'll uncover secrets about her past, present, and future, and encounter countless versions of herself from parallel worlds. Okay, this is interesting. So again, Sea of Stars has a bit of a history in Infinity, well, not in Infinity, in the Nikki-verse, I should say. So this is really intriguing to see. Now, the beginning of a light-hearted graduation trip, like, I don't know if that's just a nod back to how this all began, kind of thing, but I'm very intrigued. It does also say a brand new multiplayer map will open, featuring unique gameplay mechanics and co-op challenges. Co-op is entirely optional. Solo players can enjoy the map at their own pace with a focus on relaxed, stress-free exploration. Dive in and savor the adventure. Now, this is fantastic news. I'm so glad that it is optional for people. Not only is it helpful for people who just kind of don't want to play with others, but also for people who are struggling to get like friends in game kind of thing. Like, I know for me, I know a lot of the people that I know are probably on different servers. They're not on EU servers. If you are on EU servers, feel free to be my friend. Feel free to be my friend. I do have some friends on EU servers, which is nice, but obviously I don't get to be friends with everyone, which is sad. So yeah, this is kind of nice that it is optional and things like that. So I think that's absolutely fantastic. And then it says, alongside the update, Nikki's music video Echoes of the Stars will debut, where Nikki will tell the story of her celestial journey. Follow Infinity Nikki for updates. Prepare to be swept away by the harmonies of the Sea of Stars. So this is exciting. So Sea of Stars is like a dress which was called like Sea of Stars. I don't know. It's a purple dress. Apparently it's a bit of an iconic dress in Nikki history. And all the Sea of Stars like mentions really feels like it's kind of hinting that this dress is coming. Now, obviously, I don't know for certain. We don't know, but I do feel like there's a lot of nods towards it. So this is a very strong possibility. As I said, this dress kind of has a bit of a history in the Nikki verse. It's kind of seen as the iconic Nikki dress. So it'll be interesting to see this come to Infinity Nikki. Now it does say, plus the adventure doesn't end there. Oh, sorry, but the adventure doesn't end there. Nikki will visit the secluded Serenity Island, where she'll meet new PC companions and unravel long-forgotten tales. Immerse yourself in the island's rich bathing culture and leisurely charm, a perfect respite before your next cosmic quest. So this is very, very exciting. It does feel like the way they word it, this Serenity Island section with the PC companions, this feels a bit more like filler kind of content. Like, this is kind of like not completely to the story, whereas this whole like thing about Sea of Stars and everything like that is probably more central to the story, like the main storyline, I think. But we'll see more when the update drops. We'll see more. We have a bit of information about styling and stuff like that. So it says that Nikki's journey across Mirrorland unfolds and she gets better at harnessing her whim. After collecting a set number of ability outfits and completing their story quests, Nikki will be able to use abilities freely, unbound by specific outfits. Once an ability outfit is fully collected and its power unlocked, head to the ability setup interface to customize its appearance. Mix and match your favorite aesthetics to create unique looks for each ability. So it says some abilities require specific items to function, e.g. handheld items. For these, you can swap the design of the required item, e.g. choosing a different style of cleaning brush for the default, but cannot replace it with an item from unrelated abilities, e.g. scissors from tailor, animal grooming, fishing rods, or bug catching nets. Some outfits like Daughter of the Lake and Spectral Mist feature special effects. These are tied to their full sets and can only be activated by wearing the complete outfit. So this is very, very crucial information. So we can see here we've got this image of, this is an outfit you get from Kilo the Cadence Born, but she's actually holding the violin, which is part of an ability outfit. So this is kind of how it's going to work. So you could take the scissors from the animal grooming outfit kind of thing, and then you could put that with like the fairy outfit, for instance, or something like that. Like, you can mix and match pieces, which I think is going to be very, very good. However, what is interesting is that things like Daughter of the Lake, they still need to have their full sets, which I do think is a bit of a shame, because I feel like sometimes you want to wear Daughter of the Lake, but perhaps you want to mix and match the pieces, or perhaps you don't want the full outfit. Well, we're not going to be able to customize those to get those effects. We are going to have to still use the full outfit. So I guess the whimsicality items, like Daughter of the Lake and Spectral Mist, where you get the ghosts, you specifically still need the full outfit, which is a bit of a shame. Because especially like Spectral Mist comes with the ability to get kind of like little ghosts on the screen. Like, imagine if you had a ghost-like outfit along with the ghosts appearing on the screen in the photo mode. Like, that would be so cute. That would be so cute. So I do think it is a bit of a shame, but do you know what? Understandable. That's how it is for now. At least we are getting the option to customize some of the ability outfits, which I think is going to be pretty fun, because sometimes it is a case that you don't like the look of an outfit. I know the fishing outfits, none of the fishing outfits particularly appeal to me, so it would be really nice if we had the like fishing rod and then could put a cute outfit with it. So that's what I'm hoping to do. Okay, next up we have visual upgrades and ability enhancements. So it says, with the launch of customizable ability styling, we've upgraded the visual effects of select ability outfits to make their powers stand out even more. The following outfits have received art upgrades and ability refinements, and they've listed Crystal Poems, Froggy Fashion, Breezy Tea Time, Shark Mirage, and Forest Fluttering. Now, truthfully, I didn't know half of these had like ability things. I didn't know Forest Fluttering. I haven't got the complete Fluttering, but like obviously I had Crystal Poems. I do have Froggy Fashion. I know Froggy Fashion is like a electrician's outfit and stuff, and Crystal Poems is a purification. But yeah. I didn't know. Okay, so it says the Crystal Poems outfit now features a special purification animation. Nikki will wield a wand to cast purifying orbs, accompanied by a shimmering snowfall effect around the wand. While many stylists requested customizable orb colours, these hues are tied to future story developments. Stay tuned for Nikki's evolving abilities on her adventure. Now, I think this is really cool. I had heard this as a complaint about the orb colours. I'd heard that quite a bit. And so it's nice that they're saying, look, we heard this feedback. Unfortunately, we can't act on it because it's tied to a storyline. It's tied to future developments in the game. So we hear you, we understand, but unfortunately, we have like an intended purpose behind it. So I think this is nice that they're kind of not revealing, but they're at least acknowledging and kind of saying, hey guys, we can't give you this for a reason tied to the game. We're not telling you exactly the reason. We're not, you know, spoiling anything, but basically we have other plans. And I think that's fine. I think that's good. They say the Froggy Fashion outfit has been upgraded to the new Croaker Chorus Whimsicality ability. Now I'm a bit confused because obviously this was like an electrician outfit. Is it just because of the fact that, like, I don't know, is it because like we don't really use it that much beyond the actual initial kind of like quest line? There's not a lot of use for the ability. Is this why? I don't know. I'm not too sure. But it says it will allow Nikki to summon 4 croakers for a lively choir session. It says this ability upgrade will debut alongside the Croakers Whisper rerun event during 1.5's 4-star resonance period. Now this is really exciting because we already know we are getting reruns eventually. We are getting the Blooming Dreams and Flutterstorm, whatever it's called. So we're actually getting some 4-star reruns too. And I wonder, because the Froggy Fashion outfit, that was a banner that you could pull alongside. It was like a Marilyn Monroe kind of outfit. I wonder if they're gonna have them run again, both of them, or if they have plans for a different outfit for a rerun, or if it's just going to be this one rerun. I am very, very curious. I need to know more. And it says outfits available in the permanent resonance event like Breezy Tea Time, Sharp Mirage, and Forest Fluttering also receive polished ability animations. Upon acquisition, their ability items, a bug catching net, fishing rod, and cleaning brush, can now be swapped for exclusive new designs during use, which is very, very fun. And now a very, very exciting bit of information. I'm sure you can see the picture on screen. An upgrade will elevate the glow up experience. 5-star/4-star outfits and pieces unlock new color variants after being fully glowed up. For 3-star outfits and pieces, glowing up won't unlock new colors directly, but you can now use materials in the dyeing feature to unlock additional unique hues. Starting in version 1.5, fully glowed up outfits will grant color variant pieces directly via the glow up interface. More outfits will gain this feature in future versions. Now I'm very, very excited about this. Especially like, look at this. This is the swan dress and it's like a white one. This is so wedding core. It is so like wedding coded. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. It is stunning. This is absolutely beautiful. And it has me really excited. And It's interesting that this applies to 5 and 4 star outfits. I'm assuming we can still dye those. Like, this is something I've been questioning for a long time, is how it's going to work. Luckily, a lot of people have been very kind in the comments and kind of given me some information based on previous Nikki games, because I basically have been sort of saying that, look, the dyeing feature that's coming, I don't know how it's going to work. It can't be as easy as you get, like, for instance, um imagine the current 5 star banner that we've got at the moment. The dress that you can get in the first evolution is red. If you can just re-dye that instantly to the exact same colors as what you see on the banner, it would make it pointless to pull further, because you would just be able to replicate it. So I said there has to be some kind of, almost like a catch, like you can't replicate it fully, or you're limited to colors, or you're limited in how much can be done, or it may be that only certain clothing pieces of a certain level can be dyed. So I've kind of been questioning and wondering how it's going to work, because like I said, if you can just directly replicate a fully, pulled for outfit from just pulling for the base, then what would be the point of pulling further? Because you could just fully replicate it in terms of looks and colorways. So I've always been kind of wondering, like, okay, what's going to be the catch behind it? Is it going to be expensive, costly? Is it going to be limited? Is it, what kind of, how it works? So it's interesting to see this, that we're going to get some unique hues from sort of glowing up these 5 and 4 star outfits, which is very, very interesting. Obviously it doesn't work for 3 star pieces, but it does look like they're saying, look, the dyeing features, what you're going to use for those. And like I said, this isn't to say we aren't getting that feature on the 5 and 4 star outfits, just that maybe the 4 and 5 star outfits might be a bit more limited. I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see, but as always, I just can't wait to find out more. I need to see how it's going to work, kind of thing, which I'm very excited for. And obviously, looking at this, it's so beautiful. It's so good. I love it. It's incredible. I just think it's stunning. The next topic they cover then is the interaction and gameplay improvements. So it says they're continually enhancing visual performance across platforms. In addition to visual optimizations, they've also optimized button interactions during gameplay. They've added an XY axis inversion for keyboard, mouse, and controller. Not sure why you want that, but I'm sure there's people out there that will be very, very happy about that. And the custom key binding system will now support combo key customization, e.g. assigning keys for the Timeless Melodies exclusive skill. And then they've also reduced the grind for 2 PS trophies. I swear this is the last time using Surprise-O-Matic 1,000 times, and Heartful of Wonders, which is 100 iridescent Eurekas, allowing everyone to obtain platinum trophies within a more reasonable time frame, which I think is just fantastic. They do have other ongoing optimizations as well. So there's an album sorting fix problem. So apparently there's a display order problem in Momo's album. I'm not sure what that is, but interesting. In version 1.5 bubble season, a function hub button will be added to declutter the main interface grouping and organizing secondary features into a tidy menu. Additionally, a new immersive mode hides all UI elements except an exit button and interaction prompts while retaining shortcut functionality, perfect for distraction-free exploration and photography. Whim Calendar, track event progress and manage vital energy efficiently. With the new Whim Calendar on the main interface, plan your adventures smarter. Okay, so let's look at this image. So this shows us about the daily wishes, which is quite good. It shows us how far we've made progress wise, which to be honest is quite handy. I do back in and out of that menu quite a lot just to see what my progress is and everything. So I think that's quite handy, and obviously like the recovery timelines and time frames and stuff like that for all your energy. If there's 2 times rewards, it looks like it will showcase whether you've claimed those or not. So I do like this. I think this is kind of quite handy. I do. I mean, it says it's an development version of the game, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, nothing's final, but I worry, is it whimsical enough? I feel like the pair power and things like that is just losing a lot of its whimsicality. I didn't like the last change that they made to the pair power. I felt it made it look a bit more clinical and a bit more modern, and I didn't necessarily like that. I like the whimsy and charm of the old one. So I do love, I tell you what, the companion guide, like, you know, where you have your lore compendium and the outfit compendium. That section is fantastic. That is top notch. That is one of the best menus in the game, I think. So it's, I hope it still has a bit of whimsy. And then it looks like this is just about how we're going to get further updates and other things like that. So they do say future updates will bring even more refinements to your adventure. To all our beloved stylists, thank you for your unwavering support of Infinity Nikki. Your feedback and passion have been the guiding stars lighting our way forward. As a token of gratitude, 10 Revelation Crystals will be gifted to all players upon the launch of 1.5 Bubble Season. Let's set sail towards new horizons together. So, very, very exciting about this. It's nice that they are giving us 10 Revelation Crystals. I believe we should be getting 10 more crystals as part of the Steam, like, rewards, I think, when that comes down onto Steam. So I feel like that's going to be a lot. We're going to have quite a few crystals, I think, which is always nice. More crystals is always nice. But yeah, let me know what you think of these announcements and these changes which are coming. What are you most excited for the future update of Infinity Nikki? I'm so excited with everything that's to come. I mean, this game just gets better and better and stronger with each update. It really is a joy to play, and I feel very hopeful and optimistic about a lot of the changes, adjustments and new features that will be coming to the game. So I'm excited to hear what you're most excited about. Make sure to leave it in the comments. Don't forget to give this video a little like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel for more Infinity Nikki content. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all in the next one.